Giddy up here.
Welcome to Freedom Watch Afghanistan. I'm Tech Sergeant Gene Taylor. The Deputy Secretary of Defense, Gordon England, visited with the troops at Bagram Airfield yesterday. He shared breakfast and lunch with several members of the armed services, handed out coins, and listened to their concerns. Secretary England says that we're in Afghanistan to safeguard American interests.
You cannot protect and defend America from inside America. So you won't be on the other guy's 5-yard line. You want the other guy always be on the run. You always want to be after him, because if he's on the defense, it's not on the offense. So it's no accident. We have not been attacked since 9/11. It's because great Americans have come forward to this country and Iraq and other places around the world and have taken the fight to the enemy, and that's what this nation will continue to do.
Secretary England is meeting with division and brigade level combatant commanders in Afghanistan to make a personal assessment of how things are shaping up in Operation Enduring Freedom. Well, when Marines go into the field, they carry a lot of gear: body armor, entrenching tools, and packs that seem to carry everything. But as Marine Sergeant Jeremy Ross reports, many Marines' most prized possessions aren't government issued.
Sergeant Zachary Alexander has an unusual companion on his Marine Corps adventures.
I've had it on there. It's been on there since the Fish's third deployment. The entire platoon knows who it is. In fact, most of the company knows who it is. We'll load up all our packs. They'll all get thrown off. They'll be like, Sergeant Alexander, here's your pack. You know, everybody knows they got the Fish on there.
Many Marines carry small personal devices to help remind them of past experiences. These knickknacks can vary from toys to small religious tokens to something like my lucky handkerchief here. What these all have in common is personal experience, and more often than not, a story.
You know, you see them throughout the Marine Corps. A lot of Marines have them, and everyone's got their own little story. And mine is, you know, everybody remembers their first deployment. My first deployment was you know, an eye-opener. Ramadi in 2006, I was with the Battalion, 8th Marines, and it was one of my first deployments. You know, it was one of those things that a lot of the Marines that I had been with throughout the whole entire deployment, we all kind of wore these bracelets. It was known then as a warrior bracelet. And through combat operations and so on and so forth, you know, we started losing guys, you know, and I've always kept this bracelet on for like the last 3 years.
It was my first deployment. I'd been in the fleet for about 2 months, and we went to Fallujah. This was a few months after Operation Phantom Fury. This was in 2005. Well, every day we'd go on patrol, and there was a little boy. His name was Omar, and he would walk next to patrol. He'd talk to us. We'd give him candy. He'd, you know, give us bread, chai, tea, things of that sort. His father, unbeknown to us, was actually one of the main intelligence guys that was giving the Marines information. Well, unfortunately, Al-Qaeda figured that out one time, and they killed him and ended up killing Omar's family. And the Fish is one of the items that on patrol that their son gave me.
It's one of those things that I basically refuse to take off, because it's been one of those mementos to me as a mental reminder that Marines have fallen, Marines have you know, given their life, and that, you know, I need to keep doing my job for, you know, the guys that can't be there no longer.
Sometimes it's hard to remember why you're, you know, here. Sometimes with all the missions and all the raids and all the operations and patrols, you kind of forget, you know, the whole picture of, you know, why we're in Iraq. And this always kind of brings me back to, you know, center, brings me back to middle, and reminds me, you know, that these people need help. They want our help so that eventually they can sustain themselves, sustain their own country, and then therefore that'll help us leave.
As these Marines stand the watch here in southern Afghanistan, they can be sure of one thing: they won't be doing it alone. Marine Sergeant Jeremy Ross, Camp Arbor, Afghanistan.
That's it for this edition of Freedom Watch Afghanistan. I'm Tech Sergeant Gene Taylor. Have a great day.